Good morning, you guys. How are you? Ready for Sunday stretch? I wanted to be out there on the deck again, and it's just a little chilly. Gorgeous sunrise, but whoa. Basic rotation. Up tall. Feel those hamstrings stretch. Check out how all the parts are feeling. Good. And then I'm gonna reach back and up and over and stretch as far as I can behind my body. I'm not there, but and again, up and over, reach and hold. I think what I want to do today, I hope that you agree, is to go through the hip mobility series. All right, and that would be the hamstring stretch as well. Beautiful. Good. Basic rotation. TFL hip drop. So that is actually feeling a lot better this side anyways. For myself, I'm going to add that pressure. Remember, we want the contraction in the muscle group and in that area as we drop it to the opposite direction. And repeat. Let's do it a couple times on one side and a couple times on the other. Again, you guys do it your way. If you need to switch sides because it's a little bit stiff and you want to give it a break, breathe, contraction, and under tension, stretch. Good. Okay? There we go. Yeah, this is my tight side. How are you feeling this morning with your... There we go. Adding the contraction. No, Matt. No. No. I know. He is so weirded out by everything that's going on. And I even let him sleep in my bed last night. I know. Could you go over? Okay, that's fine. There we go. And I got one more to go. Contraction. Now this, again, remember, you could be up against a wall and that would hold you really, really tall. And then you would pull over. Good. And because I'm not overly flexible in this area, I like to lean back and just ease into it and then test it out in that closer position. Whew. Okay, so here we go with the bed series. And this is when we test the internal rotation, okay? So, there we go. So, with that leg that you're going to start your stretch with, you're just going to test the internal rotation of that hip joint, okay? Just once or twice, just to see, you know, how my bum is staying to the floor quite a bit more than it had been. Just a quick sip here. Now, the leg we just tested is on the bottom, okay? And you're going to bend it out front and then just heel up and down, all right? And then with that heel up, you're gonna drive it out and push. Good. And reset. All right. Now this is the mobility portion. We really aren't putting a lot of tension on anything. We're just moving that leg into positions that cause the hip joint to rotate. Good. So that same leg will be on the top. You can turn to the other side. All right. And out front. Again, with the hip mobility, up and down with the heel. And then knee up and down. Good. And then you want to hold that knee up and drive it out front and back. Good. And take a moment to really think inside that joint what the purpose is. All right. You just want to limber it up from all directions before we start our hamstring stretch. Grasp and straighten and release. Straighten and release. Straighten and release. Okay, and let's go into the stretch. Up here, you're gonna grasp, and this is where you will add the tension, right? You want to drive that leg into your hands, creating tension in the hamstring, and point, flex, roll, and rotate. Because you want this hamstring stretch to affect all the way down to your other joints, right? And ease, reset. Can you draw it in closer? Add more pressure, all right? Point, flex, roll and rotate. And release. I'm gonna do it one more time if you're with me. If not, rest for a sec before we go. I'm gonna take it back down to that floor hold. I switch those two movements around. Point, flex, roll and rotate. Now drop. So I should really be able to, do a little bit better here. So the foot is fixed, hand is supporting it, and you're gonna straighten and bend. Straighten and bend and straighten. This time, straighten it, hand on your chest, and rotate away and pull that stretch further up into your body and release. Whew. And straighten and roll. And straighten and roll. Very nice. I don't know if that's ever going to feel 100% wonderful, but it's wonderful to be here doing it every day. Let's test that again and see how does the mobility feel in that joint now. And I feel it's a lot looser. And I also know for sure when I do my squats, I'm feeling much better. My low back is not taking a lot of the strain. So I have to take my, let's just test the other side. I have to take my observations here and bring them into my workout, okay? That's the point. You're doing this for a reason. Every day, function, of course. This is my funny one. There we go. So you've tested your other side. Bend that up and then start with the mobility of the hip joint. We just want to loosen everything up, wake it up. Good. Uphold, push it away. Again, there's no tension involved in these ones. It's just the rotation and the push. Good. And one more time. As many times as you prefer, okay? Good. So this leg that we were just working on is on top. Good. Out front bent, rotate it up and down. And then the knee up and down. I'm just really thinking and seeing and feeling and visualizing the job I want done. Uphold, press it out and in. Press it out and in. I feel that one pull into my low back too. Interesting. Good. And because we did this first on the other side, let's just do a few of these. I found it interesting that after that hamstring was stretched, with the contraction, that this was much easier. So here we go with the hamstring stretch. Grasp behind, anywhere. You know, you really want to have a good solid grasp. Drive that leg back and in. You're going to contract this muscle, pull it up and in, point, flex, roll, and rotate. Easy and reset. Add the contraction, pull it in, point, flex, roll and rotate. Nice. And one more for me. point, and rotate. Good. And drop it. Let's try that one. Where it's fixed. It's in a fixed position now, and you stretch it, bend, and extend. Oh, nice. Okay, and here comes my rotation. Hand on chest, and it doesn't slide off, all right? It stays fixed so that you move your whole body as a unit with your hamstring extended and ease. Good. Reposition and move into it again. And one more. Good. So now we want to test that again, right? And just feel the mobility in that joint a little easier. I think I chose to do a couple more hamstrings. But before that, we're going to go to the lat pull. So this is back, upper back, right? So you're extended out there. Let's do one hand. I mean, you could do two, drive them in and sit back. And watch your shoulders on this. There's quite a bit of pressure as you're pressing down and in here. And you really want to bring the stretch in your back without doing harm to your shoulders. And let's take it to the one in front. Drive it down and step back. Taking it across your body, further away, and just hitting that muscle in a couple different positions. And forward. And I'm going to pull back and off to the side a bit because it feels good, right? So with these, you've got to find a part of your body that seems tense and work at targeting it, right? Other hand out front. Oh, there's my sock. I was looking for that sock. Oh, socks are precious now that you can't go to the store and get socks. And I looked at Shoppers Drug Mart last night. The socks are like $10. I don't know. I don't buy socks. Expensive socks. Oh. And across. Very nice. Okay, so as you can see, I feel that we're moving a little bit quicker through our stretches, which is dynamite. We can get a little bit more done and keep it to a like 20-minute workout. So if there's any one of these that I'm going through a little bit too fast for you, hold it there, okay? Especially if there's one that addresses your particular issue. Here's the gorilla, you guys. And the hands are rotated facing backwards, and I'm just going to, again, pull my body away and feel that whole stretch come up. Good job. Because there's arthritis in my family. My mom has all of it, rheumatoid and osteo, and I have started noticing my fingers and my hands, you know. I do this one, like, not all the time, but I will often get into this position and just stretch out each finger. So that is in the rotated position, pressing down on the knuckle joint and pulling that finger up. It transfers all the way up your forearm. I don't know, I just feel psychologically a benefit. And I know physically you have to, right? There's no way that you can do these kind of stretches without positively affecting. Good. Good, I'm gonna do one more here before I go into my other hand. And that's gonna be up to you too. If you, I mean, when I first started doing these ones, I'll tell you, it wasn't painful, it was excruciating, right? And the fingers, knuckle with your thumb and pull that finger up. I can even move back a little bit with this one now. I couldn't move for the life of me before. And hold back. Good. Nice. And one more. What do we got next? Hang on here. Oh, toe touch drill. I like this one. I'm gonna have to go over and get my, I'm just gonna get my yoga block because I don't think, but who knows? I don't think I'll have the range, the flexibility for this one, but because we did the bed series first, I might have the ability to stretch. So this is the one, the flamingo one, you know? So here we go. You're gonna lock one of your knees and the other's bent, all right? And now we're gonna stretch this whole side, all right? So lock and hip sway, just back and forth, nice easy sway. The oblique squeeze is where I'm gonna turn and try and reach my shoulder to my hip. And I can do it that both ways. Nice breeze out there. And then the oblique squeeze, and then the toe raise and heel raise, okay? So I'm just gonna tap all four, toe, heel, keeping the one leg that's straight, keep it straight, we're still on the one side. And heel, and then the bent leg as well, tap those toes, and then, good. So now I'm gonna take my hand center with the same leg straight and rotate up. And good job. Nice. And the last one here, if you need to come up because of, you know, dizziness or whatever, take the break. So the bent leg now is gonna bend up further, making this work even harder, all right? So, flamingo hip lift, I'm just gonna lift my hip to the ceiling and lower, hip lift and lower. These are those hip mobility movements again. Good. And then the sway, side to side. Nice. And I'll take a little break and come back down with the other side. Good. So, now my back leg is straight and I'm stretching that one. This one's bent. Good. Hip sway. Oblique squeeze. And toe taps. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. Hand center, rotate up, both ways. Take your time. Nice. And flamingo. Bent leg comes right off the floor. And hip lift and lower. Mobility for that hip joint. Ooh, lots of cracks in this side. Fun. And then the sway. Hip sway back and forth. I really feel this behind my knee. Those tendons that are so, they're overworked. I'm trying to, good. Oh, just a little tension in your neck. Take time to release it. What time we got? We got time for these last two. I just wanted to do the hamstring and the quad one more time. So the eccentric hamstring curl is out front, right? Driving that heel in and then pulling yourself back. Got it? All right. If you need support, you're gonna do that. Drive it in. Now that's tense, and I'm gonna pull it back. And release. Again, drive it in, pull it back. And while we're here, let's do that one more mobility movement that I added in a couple weeks ago. When we're on our knee, up, rotate out and back. Up, rotate out, rotate up and in. Good. So just what? Hip circles, let's call them. They don't have to be fancy. Good. And one more. All right. Other foot up. Good. Almost done. Come back. Extend. Hamstring contracts as you drive that foot in and sit back. Good. Drive it down and in. Sit back. Beautiful. And one more. Feel good? Let me see if I can hold on to this over here a little bit. And up, rotate open, and back and around. There we go. Alrighty, here's our day. Started well. Beautiful, beautiful pink sunrise this morning. A nice stretch. I'm gonna go over and visit my mom. So I hope you're having a beautiful day too. Enjoy. I'll have the boards up for us later. And I'm excited to see what they will be. Alright, you guys, enjoy. Talk to you later.